Hi, Jen. I'm going to do your reading now, and you're doing a past life reading and healing, so this is really exciting for me. I read your emails. The first one is really extraordinary. You have some unique sensing ability. You've seen some things with aliens. You've had some very unusual dreams. Haven't really had many people in your life to really bring out the best of that side of your ability. So you're just sort of like the most of us, we get sort of repressed and put into the cycle of the physical experience when we really have some psychic abilities. So how do we fit psychic ability in with real world? They just sort of don't work, you know. We need to bring out that side in you. You indicated that you have thyroid cancer. No one else has cancer in your family, so you're wondering if maybe there's a past life reason for this. I'm just going to see what spirit wants to share, because what this whole smorgasbord of your life experiences and the dreams and the aliens and this, you asked about this, what was possibly a demon. There's a lot I could journey into here. I'm just going to start by I'm just connecting with my spirit guides, and we'll just say the first picture that comes. So I'm just going to start describing it, okay? I see a man, and he's got really white eyes, and they're really big, like this big, and they're white, and he's of a gray complexion. He's quite skinny, really skinny neck, like that big, really long and skinny, but I wouldn't say he's particularly tall. Maybe like a normal human being, like 5'8" or 9" or something. With sort of longer straight face, longer eye, like these longer oval eyes. He's in a darker space. I'm walking towards him. I actually am experiencing the movement of wall, like the side of walls. I'm actually walking towards him. I'm like walking across a bridge or something. He's talking to me. He's interacting with my crystal ball piece. I'm just throwing it up and down. I'm seeing other things here. What is a very large green hand, a monstrous sized hand that is just grabbing him and then picking him up. It's a massive hand. I mean, this would be the size of a hand that would belong to like a 50-foot tall giant. But it's sort of cartoony in its way. They're wanting to talk about your spiritual gifts. They're wanting to talk about this scene that you had. It was sort of a dream. You learned how to swim because you didn't want to drown. You kept seeing something with people. There's something about this. A man in a helicopter looked like he had drowned. You'd seen something about a man being persecuted by a monster with no skin and no toes. They're asking me if I know who the monster is. It's quite a delirious sensation I'm getting in my head from this exploration. You're sort of... I'm in outer space, and I'm looking at a spaceship from the outside, while I'm simultaneously seeing a very bulbous green monster. It's very cartoony. It's not bringing out the real flavors of the real skin or anything. Still has this man in his hand, while I'm simultaneously outside of a spaceship in outer space. I'm hearing Rocket Man by Elton John. My spirit guides are telling me I'm doing a good job, although it's like, okay, this isn't really coming together. We better be seeing some sensical things here. They're saying this is sensical and it is coming together. So, all right, they're reassuring me. There's something about this man, though. There's quite a lot of entities involved here. You actually are quite communicative with even across the universe, all over the universe. I'm trying to go into a past lifetime, though. It's not happened just yet. But at the same time, they're saying that I am. These are relationships with other things that you've seen from other lifetimes. This man is one of them. this experience of what is a larger creature than the people who live there and then eating them alive is another one. You too have been eaten alive by this large monstrous creature. Being outside of a spaceship, and then they're talking about astral travel. You actually do travel the universe while you're sleeping. There are many who know about you. You've seen many spaceships, in fact, astral travel, and then you just look at them and stuff in outer space. Your soul is extremely accustomed to this experience of flying in a spacecraft, and then astral traveling. It's very normal. It's very, very normal. How do you fit a soul of this kind into a human body? A soul who is of this kind, that has had all these experiences that don't quite relate to our system and society and world that we live in. How do you do that? Now the soul is being told that the soul's not, that is not the correct behavior. So you're in the human consciousness, you're trying to blend in to make sense, right? You're not supposed to make sense. That's your identity, is to not make sense. It's good for you to be the different one. It's good for those souls to see a variation in the sort of the line, the system of society. We need some black sheeps every now and then. some of us characters who are a little nuttier than others. We're pretty normal. We're very normal. It's them. They're the nutty ones. You get like 1,000 normal sheep, and then you get like one really nutty sheep, which is the most normal sheep of them all. They need to be looking in this sheep's direction. You're the sheep that has quite an identity and quite a lot to share. You have a lot of depth, so much depth to your soul that it is rising up to the surface constantly. It even wants to push out of your brain. This is a necessary thing. This thing about thyroid cancer for you, I just want to see what I can find out about this. Sometimes we get ailments when we aren't aligning quite right with our vibration, and so some things like this could be an onset of you not being able to express yourself. So now your body is being damaged. You don't want that. You don't mean for that to happen. You really are just trying to be the best person you can be here, for your family and just, in society, all that stuff. But you're actually could be creating harm and damage to the body when you are not being who and what you are. But I don't know for sure that that's the case. That is often what I see, though. But let's just see what this is about. Before we go in there, Spirit is really saying very loudly that you are a very bright star in the sky and you are seen by many. Not to be afraid of that. But to really know that when you say things, like you said, you had some odd thought, you wish for the worst, to see an alien, and right after you said that, it came that same night and it spoke in your ear, and it's kind of creepy. It's like the perfect story to tell children over a creepy night fire in the middle of the woods. Don't tell kids that. But it's sort of like one of those creepy story experiences. That's one of them. But you have to acknowledge that you are that soul, that when you say stuff like that, you will get that. Because your soul level is really impressive. And then also your sensitivity as a human being too. You're very loud. How do I explain what very loud means? Very loud means when you have thoughts and emotions, they vibrate so hardcore out across the infinite universe that seems so far away. But you affect other souls and other bodies just by feeling things as your soul in your body. You feel things, and it's very powerful. And your soul has so many connections with other souls because it's so expansive that those souls feel your soul's experiences as well. And then they can hear you too. So you're heard in both the physical and the spiritual, very loudly. I mean, all people are heard, but the older your soul is, the more experiences you had, the more connections you've made with other souls in the physical incarnation realm, the louder you get to be. I have that sort of issue as well. That's why you just understand that you just choose to have an identity, right? You just choose to be who and what you are, and then you understand that you get to choose what you want in this life. If you don't want to talk to those guys, you don't have to. You can say no thanks, and then you just focus on something else, right? But when you this inspiration comes from somewhere that where you asked to see the worst, you see an alien, and that weird thing happened. That's quite an interesting thing that you just were sparked to you just had a wild hair and you just did it out of nowhere, and you're like, why the hell did I just do that? You know what I mean? Like, why did I just say that? Sometimes this weird things happen, right? You needed to say that for some reason. You needed that to happen for some reason. There's so many things I could journey into here. I'm just going to relax for a minute. This man keeps really wanting to show himself with the eyes. I'm starting to literally see his appearance start to change some, and he looks like an African man. He literally looks like a skinny, taller African man with white, just, because his skin's so black that his eyes really stand out, right? Nothing else is happening here. This is really complicated. It's sort of like 4 scenes happening all at once, and I can't quite break them apart yet. There was something with an airplane. There's this African man. It just all got really smushed, and there was too much information all at one time. I'm waiting for my spirit guides to help me with this. I'm just going to focus on this African man. He's not as black as... He's not so pure black. He's not that... He's less black. I don't know how you describe that. He's more brown, I guess. He even kind of looks like a kid you might see in... This guy is starting to... So we have what is an alien being, right? With these oval eyes. The eyes start to come together, and then he starts to transform into what looks like an African man. As the image changes, I'm starting to see what is just what is like a 16-year-old African, like sort of black kid, even with some weird hair shaped pieces coming up. And he's just hanging out like he would play basketball. He looks totally Americanized, like a total American kid. It's just funny how you go through this sort of journey of experiences, and then they sort of have ways of looking like them, like they look like the same person, although they definitely don't. But they sort of blend into this sort of morphing facial appearance and then body. So now the scene is changing again, and I'm seeing what is an even smaller black person sort of starving to death. This is sort of odd to me. There's literally, it looks like a 3 or 4-year-old, very black skin, standing by a car even, and this child is literally starving to death. They want me to acknowledge something here. They want me to showcase what is your expansive soul having the ability to have experienced absolute degradation of the physical body and starvation, and then also to be just a regular black kid, play basketball, that sort of thing in America. This really is what they're talking about here with your soul. Extremely balanced. So I'm asking about healing because this is something I wanted to share with you. They're showing me we are creating the flower of experiences that are your soul. Literally, they're becoming a petal. That's why I'm seeing four things. So we have like this odd man, we have this monster experience. There's just so many things going on. We have a spaceship, and then we have this African basketball kid, this sort of black basketball kid, this sort of starving African child is sort of creating the petals on a flower. That is an expression of your soul. Your soul has so many petals on this flower. It's just beautiful. But something about this is we're trying to pick this flower and then give it to you as the medicine to help you raise your vibration out of this. Something about this. I feel like I really, what is it about this Cancer thing? They're not allowing me to go into that right now. They want me to stay with the flower image. Now we are seeing even more scenes, even of nice car honking a horn, and this is from like the 1920s style. Even a man with a mustache piece that kind of, it just looks fancy. He looks fancier, he looks ritzier, he's wearing a suit. Where are the female lifetimes? Because you've got all these male lifetimes. That's so interesting, isn't it? It's just stalled out when I said all that. Let's just see. There's something to be acknowledged with this. I'm asking for awareness here related to female lifetimes too. You've been rich, you've been poor. They really are showcasing the expansiveness of your soul. That is the most important wisdom I can share in this past life reading, is sharing how expansive your soul is. Do you know how expansive your soul is? That's what they're asking. Your soul just keeps building and building in this flower, these petals. There was something though about this square, this sort of cross piece. That was really something I saw. It was just smushing into the images and changing things. There's sort of an airplane as well. I mean, your soul's done a lot of things and even can live multiple lifetimes at the same time. Younger souls, your soul is all souls are infinite, but the older your soul is, the more lifetimes you can actually experience simultaneously. There's just so much I could dive into. It's really hard to know. I'm just gonna ask them what to do next. They're saying heal her now. So we're showing this flower that is all of these experiences. There's a reason why they chose all these male ones. And they're showing the variety and the balance is there. They're showing that this is I'm not experiencing anything karmically related to the Cancer thyroid thing. I'm experiencing what is a very balanced soul expression. You're even you have like a happiness about you that helps you create acceptance of many things. And your ability to have acceptance of things helps override the karmic relationship. So when you can't accept things happening, now you're starting to create the karma cycle. When you're scared and fearful, now you're starting to lay out a pathway for your soul's journey to start exploring what does your soul need in order to override it, so you can find acceptance and love and in the sort of worst scenarios. There's something so happy and so balanced about your soul and its ability to be of acceptance. This flower is balanced, I'm telling you. It's beautiful. I'm putting the healer energy on in me on right now, and I'm exploring what we can do here. I'm traveling into this flower like I'm a bumblebee. And I'm smelling the fragrance is gorgeous. I'm inspired to do something with this thyroid piece. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It actually looks like a snake that has its teeth dug in, and then it's very long too, and it sort of wraps around. And so there's a vibrational thing going on here. I'm inspired to do something with this flower and this snake. Ask me if I think I can heal your thyroid cancer. I'm saying, well, I got 10 minutes here. I want to at least bring up the wisdom and awareness that could help alter the vibration to help with this. They're saying that is a very good answer. We're going to alter the vibration that is a reflection of this. But you having higher awareness of who and what you are is also going to help big time. And then they're really encouraging you to be that. You need to really start being that and stop not being that. Thing is, you are being that. You are being that, but you can be that so much more. Where you're at right now is you're being that. But this is like you being that is like we don't even have an earth big enough for you being that. That's like you being that is that big. But right now this is you being that. We need you to really be that. When you really be that, you're gonna just be blasting from all angles of your expression, and that like cancer thing isn't even gonna have an existence anymore. Has something to do with you being that is this big. You need to be that way bigger than this. Don't be afraid to show who and what you are. Let your star shine. Don't let anybody just tell you otherwise. That is who and what you are. You're the super soul. We need you. This earth needs you. We need the super souls to come out and show who and what you are. That's how we all start to say, oh, maybe there's something that different. Maybe there's something more to this world, you know? It gets people thinking. Maybe they don't want to think about stuff like that. Well, it still helps to think a little bit about it. So when you are that person, you're inspiring change, right? Through people thinking about things a little bit more. But they're saying you have the ability to make a very big impact and lots of change. When you get the message that says telepathy in red, and that's all you get, now go explore that. You need to explore that. It's an odd, funny old woman's voice that says, explore that, child. She's like, you want to hang out with this old woman on your porch. You want to hang out with her. I don't know what it is, but I like her. I could probably just see her having like just really big hair or something. But in that style of really tidy too, you know. She may be like 5 foot tall old woman, dressed for church. But there's something great about her. Like she's a great grandma figure, but she's wise too. She really feels like she wants to make an impact to help you understand what you're capable of. Spirit guide voice. This grandma will definitely help you. She's already been down this road before, sort of thing. She's old and wise now. She's learned everything. She wants to share her wisdom with you to help you learn how you can align with your gifts, because you're very gifted, she says. We're working on allowing this snake to release here. Because now there's something about this identity. Today's the day. Today's the day for you to mark the calendar and say it's time to do new things. It's time to express myself differently. I've been all these guys, and now I'm an awesome girl. I've been all these flower petals. I explore the universe. I'm loud. Everybody can hear me. But this is real. Alien lifetimes, Earth lifetimes, you're expansive. But I really like your energy is very bubbly too. It's really happy. It can smile in the worst of times. Your soul's that advanced that it can still smile in the worst of times. That's amazing about your soul. So, and you have inspired other people to smile too in their worst of times. You've helped many souls on your super pathway of experience. You've helped many souls to discover their own light within during the hard times of their incarnations. That's why we need young souls and we need old souls. We help each other learn. And you help the young souls to come into an acceptance, to learn how to accept the sort of the harder times. Because you yourself have been endured quite terrible experiences of suffering, right? But you just start to, soul over time just starts to learn. Learn that it's an experience, just to try to make the most of everything. You're that kind of soul. I'm still focusing here on the snake and the flower and everything while I'm channeling this information as I'm supposed to. This is the medicine that helps release the snake. The snake really wants to be released. I'm going to just say, there's some sort of language in here. You have to choose to let go. Sort of, snake kind of gets a grip on things, and it latches down, and now you say, I don't want you anymore. I'm ready to come out of my closet and be this big, go from this big to like the massive size of the planet. That snake's gonna be like fleeing off of there. It has no purpose anymore. This is really going to help. I don't know much about the human body in this sort of way, but they're showing me that there's going to be a massive amount of healing the more you fill your body with this balance that you need, because you're too profound of a soul that's being mini-sized. And to be your profound soul in the body, you got to let it shine outward. Otherwise, you're keeping things in too much, and then it creates this sort of frequencies that now you've got this weird thing going on. The feeling is really that this could be completely removed just through energy changes. Still trying to remove the snake. I'm going to be back at the bumblebee part of this story. I just want to see what happens here. So I'm in the flower, I'm a bumblebee, and an animal just came up and ate the flower, and I'm just buzzing now. Something about snakes here. It's quite interesting. Somehow that had an ability to remove the snake from the actual area here, in the throat area. The bumblebee's coming over now on your throat where these two like pokes are, like you were bit by a vampire or something. Or it's sort of inspiring the sort of venom to be removed. Sort of whatever that vibration is, we don't need it anymore. Some sort of sunlight coming in here to help create new flowers that are within your sort of, it has a lot to do with this throat piece. It's sort of like flowers coming into this space. The sunlight's coming in and growing flowers that are thriving and healthy. There's a lot, you really feel amazing to me. You actually feel very healthy to me. And your soul is really, really loud and impressive, really balanced, really bubbly, really fun like that. I could see you being just, your friends would be maybe like, I don't feel like dancing, or I don't want to sing karaoke, but you would be, you just seem like you would be the kind that we would just be like, quit being a fuddy-duddy, let's go enjoy life or something. You just feel like that kind of person, which is fun. You have a lot of I mean, this journey of yours is just getting started. It's going to get nuttier and nuttier as it goes, and you're going to be learning so much. Really hone into your gifts. You already know about them. Now, everything that seems strange, take notice of it, write it down, do a video for yourself to talk through the weird things. Work with your spirit guides, ask them, what can I do next? They're really showing that it is time now for you to transform out of this. It's okay that that snake ate the flower. We're growing new flowers in here to help support this identity that is you. You're really balanced. I'm telling you, really balanced. I don't feel any karma things going on here. You're just really delighted to live and keep incarnating. Your soul just loves to incarnate. It loves to experience all different things. I'm just allowing this work to continue to just glow a little bit more in the throat region. I just had you spit out the frog that's in your throat. You need to get the frog out of your throat so you can start speaking openly about your experiences. And who cares what they say? Abby says, who cares what they say? I'm nutty. I get it. I've gotten that my whole life too. That's why I keep everything inside, and then now you start dealing with like 20 years of depression and stuff. I mean, sensitive people like us, we start enduring things like other sort of ailments that come to cause because we are not aligning with who and what we are. And society makes it very hard for us to do that because very few people can tolerate that wisdom or know how to relate to that wisdom. And so they make you feel like you're the nutty person when actually it's just their inability to understand. You're actually quite profound. You've been alien, human, and you've done extraordinary things that we wouldn't even believe possible. And your soul's exploring the universe even while you're sleeping all the time. You have many soul friends. So I just feel like this is what I meant to share with you for this reading. It's really, I can never predict what I'm going to see or what is going to be shared with me, but this was the most valuable wisdom I could give to you. So, so that is all for this reading experience, Jen. Thank you so much for this. And wishing you a really wonderful day. And for those of you who are out there watching this video, if you'd like me to connect with your soul and share wisdom related to your past lives and healing, I would be honored to do that for you. Sort of unique for your this past life journey for you, Jen, because your soul is so incredibly balanced. It's so balanced. They're not showing me anything that needs the vibration sort of tuned. We just need to tune you to be you, so you can heal your body just through just your vibration being quite balanced between your sort of super soul and your human body. Because once that happens, you're going to be off for the races. It's going to be a whole new world and experience for you. So, okay, so that's what I have. So thank you again, and I'm wishing you all the best.